So I'll come forward on the chair so that we can sit up nice and tall. And with that spine nice and long, let's close the eyes. Bring the shoulders up toward the ears. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, take those shoulders back, let them slide all the way down, and just let everything go. Let it all go. Let go of all those issues you've had to deal with this week. Just coming into the present moment. Just take a few moments to become nice and centered. Listen to the music for just a couple of moments. Clearing the mind. Then open the eyes, and let's start today by taking our left ear to the left shoulder, keeping that spine nice and long. Deep breathing. The breath is a very important part of the yoga process. Let's take the right ear to the right shoulder. And let's bring the head forward and just allow the weight of the head to hang there, opening up the back of the neck. Left ear to left shoulder. And then take the head straight across and forward. And then just continue those half circles. It's a slow, gentle movement. Very slow, gentle movement, moving at your pace, at your leisure. And now in the opposite direction. And then coming back to center. And of course, coming back, when I say come back to center, that means just come back to where we started. Okay, now sitting up nice and tall still, we're going to take both shoulders back and up, forward and down. Back, up, forward and down, and just continue that movement. Now the opposite direction, forward and up, back and down, forward and up, back and down. And again, continuing with that movement. And then coming back to center. Still sitting nice and tall. We're going to reach back behind us with that left hand, grab the back of the chair. Bring that right hand across. With that spine nice and long, we're going to bring our right shoulder forward and the left shoulder back. And we're going to be looking over that right shoulder. And hold and breathe. And then back to center. Now I'm going to reach back with that right hand, grab the back of the chair, bring that left hand across, bring that left shoulder forward, the right shoulder back, and now we're looking over that left shoulder. Spine is nice and long. And then coming back to center. Let's bring the back of the hands together. Relaxing the shoulders down. You don't want the shoulders up around your ears. You want them nice and relaxed. Forearms parallel to the floor. Deep breathing. Let's bring the palms together. then clasping the fingers together, we're going to do a little figure 8 movement with the wrist, just starting small, gradually getting bigger and bigger, till you've got the elbows, the shoulders, and the whole upper body involved in that movement. Nice, wide, sweeping, gentle movement. Now in the opposite direction. Coming back to center, but keeping those fingers clasped, we're going to turn those palms straight out. Still sitting nice and tall. We're going to take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, take those arms overhead, and relaxing the shoulders downward as you reach upward. Let's close the eyes for a few moments, just relaxing in that pose, deep breathing. Then very gently release the fingers and let your arms just float down, just like they were a feather. Good. Now with the left hand, we're going to grab the base of the chair for support. We're going to take that right arm overhead, sitting nice and tall. We're going to take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, lift the body, and we're going to slowly twist to the left as we look up to the sky. Stretching out the ribs on that right side. Make the spine nice and long. Supporting your weight with your hand on the base of that chair. And then coming back to center. Now with the other side, let's grab the base of the chair with the right hand. I'm going to bring that left arm overhead, sitting nice and tall. Deep inhale, exhale, lift the body as you arch to the right, again looking up at the sky, stretching out those ribs on the left side. And coming back to center, very good. Now let's bring the palms to the thighs in front of us. And still sitting nice and tall, we're going to do some body circles, taking the whole upper body in one direction or the other. Massaging those hip joints, massaging those SI joints. Now in the opposite direction. And then coming back to center. Now keeping your hands on your thighs for support. We're going to lean forward, going just as far as your body says it's okay to go. It's very important to listen to your body. And then just hold that for a couple of breaths. And then very slowly pushing yourself back up using your hands. And let's just close the eyes for just a moment. Sometimes with those forward bends and coming up, if we come up too quickly, you might get a little dizzy. So let's just sit here for a second. Normal breathing. Okay, and then open the eyes. We're going to do some wrist circles with that right hand. Just some wrist circles. Very slow, gentle movement. And in the opposite direction. Then we're going to make a fist and squeeze. And let's stretch out those fingers. Stretch them out. Make those fingers as long as you can make them. And make another fist, tucking the thumb in this time. And stretch. Make a fist, thumb out. Stretch. Now thumb in. Stretch and hold. Now we're going to do a finger exercise. We're going to bring the middle finger and the index finger together and the ring finger and the little finger together. Very good. Now we're going to do just the opposite. We're going to bring the middle finger and the ring finger together and then separate out the index finger and the little finger. Kind of a mind-body exercise. Really have to think about this one. And then back to the other position. And let's just go back and forth between the two positions. Okay, very good. Okay, just shake that hand out. Great. And now let's do the left side. Some wrist circles. Nice, slow, gentle movement. Still sitting nice and tall. And in the opposite direction. We're going to make a fist and squeeze, and then stretch out those fingers. We're going to tuck the thumb in, make another fist. Stretch out those fingers. Thumb out. Stretch. Thumb in. Stretch. And we're going to do that finger exercise on the left hand. Bring the index finger and the middle finger together, the ring finger and the little finger together. There you go. Now the middle finger and the ring finger, separating out the index finger and the little finger. And let's go back and forth between the two. Use your mind on this one. Okay, very good. Just shake out that hand. Okay, great. Let's bring those arms out to the side and let's just do some arm circles. Nice wide circles. Still sitting nice and tall. Opposite direction. Very good. Now we're going to keep the arms straight out. We're going to bring the fingertips to the shoulders. Good. Still sitting nice and tall. We're going to bring those elbows together. Just hold that for a moment. And out to the side. Let's do that a couple more times. Bring the elbows together. Good. Out to the side. 2 more times. Elbows together. One more time, elbows together. Good, and release. Release those arms out to the side. Good. And now we're going to bring the arms towards each other, crossing left over right. We can do one of two things here. You can give yourself a hug. Everybody deserves a nice hug. Or you can bend the elbows and bring the palms together, the palms of the hands, in what they call eagle arms. Whichever way you're going, that's fine. Steadying up nice and tall. We're going to close the eyes and take a deep breath. Exhale. Just hold that for a couple of moments. Deep breathing. Opening up those shoulders. Very good. Now release the arms out to the side. And this time we're going to cross right over left. And again, you can give yourself a hug. Or bend the elbows, bring the palms together. Again, still sitting up nice and tall. Let's close the eyes. Deep breath. And release those arms out to the side, the palms up. I'm going to bring the palms together overhead. Bring the palms down to the heart center. Just close the eyes for a moment. Feel the effects of all that we've done so far today. And then go ahead and open the eyes. We're going to do some weights now. Let's go ahead and grab our weight. We'll start out with the weight in the right hand. Just let it hang there at the side for just a few moments to get your arm used to that weight in the hand. Then we're going to do some curls. And if you don't have any weights at home, you can use a can of vegetables, 1 pound weight, 2 pounds, whatever works best for you. Now we're going to change sides, bring that weight over to the left side. And again, we're going to do some curls. If your doctor doesn't want you using any weights, you can use pretend weights. That's okay too. You get just about the same amount of benefits, as long as you're flexing your muscles when you do the curls. Good. Now we're going to go back to the right side. Just let that weight hang there for just a moment. Now we're going to take that weight straight back. Still sitting nice and tall. Take that weight straight back and just hold that for a moment. And release. Again, straight back and hold. And release. And just continue that back and forth movement. Okay, great. Now we're going to change arms again. Come back to the left side. Good. Just let that weight hang there for just a moment. Now we're going to take it straight back and hold. Release. Straight back and hold. And release. And then continue that back and forth movement. And then coming back to center, and we're going to change hands again. Bring that weight back over to the right side, still sitting nice and tall. We're going to take that weight straight out and hold. straight out and hold. And release. And continue that back and forth movement. And it's okay if it works better for you to just do every other one of these, or feel free to stop at any time. Always listen to your body. Your body knows you a whole lot better than I do. I'm asking you to do something and your body doesn't want to do it, then you definitely want to listen to your body. Okay, now back to the left hand. Bring that weight back to the left. Good. And now straight out and hold. And release. Straight out and hold. Release. And then back and forth. Continue that back and forth movement. Okay, and then come back to center. Bring that weight back to the right hand. Good. And we're going to take that weight straight up in the air. Still sitting nice and tall, and then we're going to bring that weight back behind the head, and then up, and back, up, and just continue that. Back to the left hand. That weight over to the left hand. We're going to take that arm straight up in the air, and then behind the head with the weight, up and back. Just continuing with that movement. Back to the right side again. We're just going to rest our forearm on that right thigh. This time we're just going to move the wrist. Just moving the wrist. And sometimes it helps to maybe take your left hand and just hold it on your wrist right there, so all you're moving is right at the wrist. Or holding your hand on your forearm just to keep you from moving that arm. Good. And now we're going to change sides and go over to the left side. Again, bring that forearm down to rest on that left thigh. And if you want, you can hang onto that forearm with your right hand, and we're just moving the wrist. Okay, and coming back to center. Okay, we're sitting up nice and tall. We're going to give ourselves a little massage. Okay, we're going to start just massaging the temples very lightly, maybe index finger and a middle finger on each side. Nice, gentle movement. Massaging those temples. Take our two middle fingers right between the eyebrows, and then we're just going to do some circular movement there. Nice little massage. forehead. And now let's massage the back of the neck. And the shoulders. Give that left hand and the left fingers a nice massage. And then the forearms. And the upper arm. Good. And now we're going to switch to the right side. Let's give our right hand and our right fingers a nice massage. Massages are really good for us, good and healthy. Get that blood circulating, especially in the hands, the fingers, and the feet. As we get older, we don't have the blood circulation that we had when we were in our teens. And this helps move the blood along. And then the forearms. And then the upper arm. Good. Okay, great. Okay, now we're going to massage our feet and our legs. We're going to, if you can bring your right ankle up over your left knee, that's great. If not, you can just continue to sit in the chair and massage your thighs and your calves and just as far down as you can reach. But if you've got your foot up there, go ahead and massage the foot and the toes. Nice massage. Get that blood circulating. And the calves. And the thighs. Very good, very good. Now we're going to change to the left side. Bring that left ankle up over the right knee. And give that left foot and toes a nice little massage. And then the calves. And the thigh. Very good. Okay, let's bring both feet back to the mat, or back to the floor. Okay, still sitting nice and tall. We're going to take that right leg straight out, and we're going to do some circles with our ankle. Just circles in one way, one direction or the other. Keep that leg nice and straight. Maybe try to hug that muscle nice and tight. And in the opposite direction. And then keeping that leg nice and straight, pointing with the toes. And point the toes back towards the knee. And to engage the calf muscles here. Feel that little pull on the calf muscles. And then pointing forward and back. Just continue that back and forth movement, keeping that leg nice and straight, nice and tight. Okay, very good. Now we're going to switch over to the left side. Do some circles with that left ankle, keeping that leg nice and straight, still sitting nice and tall. And in the opposite direction. And then pointing with the toes, pointing forward. Keep that leg nice and straight. Pointing the toes backward, feeling that little tug on those calf muscles. Forward and back, and just continue that back and forth. Okay, very good. Okay, sitting up nice and tall, we're going to close our eyes for a moment, take a deep breath. Exhale, just let it all go. Let's just relax for a moment, feel the effects of all that we've done so far today. Deep breathing. And then open the eyes and let's grab our water bottle and just take a drink of water. It's always important to drink lots of water when you're exercising. Maybe just have a water bottle. If you want to just pause the video for a moment, go grab a glass of water, just feel free to do that. Okay, now we're going to stand up. We're going to come behind the chair. And we're standing up nice and tall. Feet are about hip width apart. We have our hands on the back of the chair. Now we're going to just come up on our toes. Up and down. Up and down. Let's just continue with that movement. And then coming back to center. Now, still standing nice and tall, we're going to step back with that right leg. We're going to keep both legs nice and straight, hanging onto that chair. Toes are pointed forward, hips are pointed forward. Now we're going to bend the elbows and just fold into the chair. Keep that back nice and flat, and just hold that for a few moments. And then pushing on up. Now we're going to bend that left knee. Now keep the arms straight. We're going to push into that chair. We want to be careful that the chair doesn't slide out from underneath you. Maybe have it on a yoga mat or a carpeted surface, or maybe make sure there's rubber tips on the bottom of your chair. And then coming back up. And again, keeping those legs straight, we're going to bend the elbows and just fold into the chair. And pushing up. One more time, bend that left knee, keep that back leg nice and straight, and then keep the arms straight. We're going to push into the chair. We're going to feel that stretch on the right hamstring, the right calf. And then pushing up. And let's step forward. Standing nice and tall, let's just kind of shake it out a little bit. Good. Okay, go ahead and grab the chair. This time we're going to step back with the left leg. Again, both legs are nice and straight. Feet are pointed forward. Hips are pointed forward. We're going to bend those elbows and fold into the chair. Just hold that for a few breaths. And then pushing up. Good. Now we're going to bend that right knee. Keep that back leg nice and straight. Keep the arms straight. We're going to push into the chair. Very good. And then coming up. Keeping both legs straight. Bending the elbows, folding into the chair. And pushing back up. Good. Now one more time, we're going to bend that right knee. Keep that back leg nice and straight, and then keep the arms straight. We're pushing into the chair. Good. And then pushing on up. Step forward, stand nice and tall, and again, just shake it all out. Good. This time, we're going to, still standing nice and tall, as close to the chair as you can, we're going to reach down, grab the base of the chair, and just keep your back nice and flat. We're going to do a little bit of a forward bend here, and just hold that for a few breaths. And then very slowly pushing yourself back up. Now still behind the chair, we're going to come into a nice wide stance. Bring those feet a little further apart. And you can do a couple of things here. You can just standing nice and tall. You don't want to be leaning forward. You don't want to be leaning back. But we're going to bend the knees here. Bend the knees. And you can hang onto the chair, or if you want, you can let go of the chair. Just hold that for a few breaths. And if you have your arms extended out, maybe bend the elbows with the palms forward. In yoga, this is called the goddess pose. And hold and breathe. Deep breathing. The breath is a very important part of yoga. And then coming up. Very good. And we're going to just walk those feet back together. Now coming to the side of our chair, let's come over to the left side of the chair. Standing nice and tall. You can have your hand on the chair to help with your balance. We're going to do a couple balancing poses here. Standing nice and tall, our feet are about hip width apart, and they're nice and parallel with each other. They're not out to the side, pointed inward. Okay, and standing nice and tall, we're going to shift our weight back and forth between left and right, left and right. Back and forth, just to get a good sense of grounding, a good sense of balance. We're going to bring that weight to the right leg. We're going to bring that left leg up. Just bend that left knee and bring it up as far as you can. Go to about 90 degrees if you can bring it up that far. If not, just as far as your body says it's okay to go. This is called stork pose. You can hang onto the chair with your right hand, or you can let go of the chair if that works for you. Very good. And release. Okay. Coming back to our mountain pose, standing nice and tall. And let's come over to the right side of the chair. Very good. Again, standing nice and tall. Shifting the weight back and forth between left and right. This time we're going to bring our weight to the left leg. Bring that right leg up to 90-degree angle in this stork pose. And again, you can hang onto the chair or you can let go of the chair, whatever works best for you. Very good, very good. And we're just coming back to our mountain pose. Let's come back behind the chair again for one more exercise here. Standing nice and tall. If you want, you can hang onto the chair with the left hand, bring the right arm up overhead. Going to bring the weight to that right leg. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, lift the body and arch to the left. Weight is on the right leg. And we're arching to the left. Just hold that for a couple of breaths. Stretching out those ribs on that right side. Just feel that nice stretch. Spine is nice and long. And then coming back to center. Now take the chair with your right hand. Bring that left arm up overhead. We're going to bring that weight to the left leg. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, lift the body as we arch to the right, keeping that weight on the left leg. Stretching out those ribs on that left side. And hold and breathe. And then coming back to center. Very good. And now we're going to come to the front of our chair. You're going to stand right in front. You want to be able to feel the chair behind you, in the back of your legs. Standing nice and tall in our mountain pose with the feet about hip width apart. Let's bring the arms straight out. And then take the arms up about 45 degrees. Good. Now we're going to sit halfway down, sitting in our favorite chair. And just hold and breathe. And slowly coming up. Good. Let's do that one more time. Deep inhale. Exhale, coming down into your favorite chair. And hold and breathe. And very slowly pushing on up. Good. Now we're going to sit down in our chair. Just sit all the way back. We're going to relax for a few minutes. Sit back, close the eyes. Let's take a deep inhale again. Exhale, relax those shoulders down. Just let everything go. Let those teeth part just slightly. Eyes are closed. Just allow your body to absorb all of the benefits of all that we've done today. Relaxing, releasing. Just let it all go. Just bring your awareness to the music and the sound of my voice, tuning out all other sounds and all other thoughts. And if your mind starts to wander a little bit, that's okay. Just give it a little nudge and bring it back to the sound of my voice or the sound of the music. Relaxing, releasing, just let it all go. Let your body absorb all of the benefits of all that we've done today. Bring a little bit of movement back into the body. Maybe move the fingers, the toes. Maybe stretching any way that your body might want to be stretched. And slowly open the eyes. Let's bring the palms to the heart center and bring the awareness to the breath for just a moment. Namaste. Thank you all for being here today.